My lord, I am in
This is only a special bench.
Nothing, my lord. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. This only a special bench for one matter.
Item number 3.
It's a special bench for one matter only.
Item number 3. Sir.
Huh.
Here the AG, they are women in the family of the AG man.
Okay.
Better we take a process any other day.
Suggest a date.
Date after my lord. After 7th, my lord, 7th of
7th.
7th.
No, then what we'll do is we'll post it after the vacation.
Lordship.
There's a reason for it. The bench may not be available. This bench may not be available. October 31st, Tuesday. Both sides are duly represented. It is submitted by Mr. S. Barak, Learned Standing Counsel for GMC and GDD, that the Learned Advocate General was to address the court on behalf of the state, but there is a bereavement in his family, and accordingly, therefore, adjournment is made. Period is allowed. List on 31/10/2023. Oh, achha, no, it's vacation. Huh? Okay.
Only
Okay.
after, it will be after 3rd.
Correct. I forgot it. 7th then. 7th. 7/11. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Okay.
You are for the
I'm for the
petition. Okay.
Item number 1 and 2.
May please, your lordship. I am appearing on behalf of Mr. H.K. Rasmanas, standing counsel for the above. The last occasion, the response was sought from the respondent with regard to the social audit conducted by the ASCPCR. Well, the person to last order, on behalf of the ASCPCR, we have filed an affidavit. We have served the copy to the petitioners on 16th. Probably my friend, he appears for the other Somoto PIL. I'll also give him a copy. It is with me. But as regard the stand of the instructions from the government, the departmental instruction as regard appointment of the chairperson and the members of the ASCPCR and the JJ rules. But that I am awaiting. In fact, with the secretary, I have talked by tomorrow. Because a meeting is scheduled today.
There are other issues also which are coming up.
I'm
2 days back,
logic.
we were informed that insofar as one particular children home, it caters to 17 districts, and therefore there's a huge logistic problem to take the transfer the child there. So I think that is what it happened. Dhemaji or Lakhimpur somewhere.
Detailed instruction from the Assam State Child Protection Society is also awaited. They are also by tomorrow I'll get. So these child protection societies in data of the child protection society, the children home details, how many children are there, how they are.
But there was an affidavit.
Earlier they filed, but now person to last the details.
No, but that construction of the this children home in the various districts, that has to come up.
Correct. That is very important.
Because if
that is very
one children home is catering to 17 districts, there will be a lot of problem.
Children home, apart from I am told the data's exact logic. One children home is catering 17, covering 17 districts. Transportation problem was. Children home to state
In one of the affidavits, there was a status of this children home.
So
Can
that-
you look at that?
The particulars of children whom I am awaiting, because that will come from the State Child Protection Society.
No, but there's already
Not the earlier affidavit.
the status of constructions.
Lordship.
Those were pointed out before us. Because I think the state also in the meanwhile has received a communication from the central government or the Supreme Court of India on the yes, there's an affidavit at page 300. Document. PI 60.
PL 63. Lordship.
You see here,
Malad.
at page 300, Assam State has 5 observation homes.
Malad. Special
One
home.
special home and one place of safety.
Malad.
Therefore, I think this two more have been added. So therefore, there's I just forgot, it slipped my mind. It's either of the 3 places. Either it would be Dhemaji or it would be Jorhat, because the children home there caters to 13 districts.
Malad, this figure, Malad, apart from this figure, there are NGO run homes are there. Private NGO, they are also running some children home. Malad. The entire data and the inmates, how many inmates are there? That data, Malad,
It should be district wise.
Lordship. Correct. It is
It's not as a whole that so many things.
Correct.
You want it district wise.
correct.
Don't say that. Speaker.
If the position is same as base 300, then it will be, we'll have to say it's pathetic. See the other states,
Correct. Correct. Assam has very less number as per
very
this-
less.
Very less. Lordship. How many children home? Children home also.
There was a status of constructions provided. The status of the this deposition centers,
Correct.
vulnerable witness, where is that? We are searching for
Well,
that.
that status, Lordship, in the last affidavit, Malad, we have given. Lordship, 340, kindly come to 345. Malad.
Which page?
Page 345. there is an affidavit filed by the judicial department
Huh.
on 2/8.
So here also you'll have to obtain the updated status.
Yes, Malad, I got the information, Malad, some are they have already attained 90% progress, and one approval was awaited. That approval, I'm told, it has been given. Malad.
Hmm. No, because on the last occasion when you informed us,
Logic.
we informed the registry to do the needful, and I think
Correct.
from the appropriate authority, this directions were issued.
Malad.
Yes.
My lord, the queries otherwise, my lord is seen in the last week, the queries which were put forth by the petitioners. If in respect of the appointment of the chairman, it is seen, chairman of the ASC PCR. Annexure D provides the notification for appointment of the chairman. However, this is shown that the new chairman who has been appointed is in additional capacity along with other duties of his. Our primary query was that there has to be one chairman along with 6 members representing the complete body.
Logic.
If your lordship comes to number 1, which is the direction in para 94 of the Sampurna Behura case in our chart, the Ministry of Women and Child Development in the Government of India and the state government should ensure that all positions in NCPCR and SCPCR are filled up well in time and adequate staff is provided to these statutory bodies so that they can function effectively and meaningfully for the benefit of the children. Now, what we have prayed before this court is that positions are vacant therein, and from what we could gather is that one chairperson position and 4 member positions are vacant. One
Correct.
chairperson.
That is also recorded in our last order.
But this position is this is correct. Malad. This is one the chairperson and the 4 members. In fact, Malad, the process is on. Malad, the selection committee the comprises the one honorable judge of the court, honorable high court, and one nominee of the governor and the minister concerned. Malad, the consensus date is not getting blown. That is why the meeting is not held. The moment the meeting is held, now 5th October has been proposed. The meeting is held within 1 week. The appointment will be done. We will bring it to the record of the honorable court in the affidavit of the government, because that has to be done by the government. That instruction I have. Now the in charge chairperson is there. Logic.
And the this is so therefore 4 issues are being taken up. Number
Correct.
one,
Correct.
status of construction of children home, observation home, and special home,
Madam,
district wise.
madam.
And with all the details as to the
Well, I'm told that the children home maintained by the NGOs as well as the government, ultimately the inmates, their data, everything has to be regularly given to the State Child Protection Society. They have to upload the data in their portal. That entire information I have sought. I had a discussion, that information I'll getting, I'll be placed. I'll place it.
no, that can be easily seen.
The-
Whether they have been doing it or not, you can just get it. Assam Child Protection Society.
Yes. Yes. There are some informations, everything possible. What, how they are doing, I have also asked for that.
And
Madam.
any deficiencies,
Correct.
how will you address? It's not that on next date again we adjourn now to have instruction that these are the deficiencies. Because you should know the deficiencies.
Logic.
Suppose one district, there are 17 district, there is only one home.
Logic.
How the NGOs are doing, how are you keeping the children? So that if
Deputy,
that question comes, you should be ready with the answer.
Deputy-
No, this is how we are proposing.
logic.
It should not be adjourned on the
Now-
ground that, okay, let me have instruction.
Now the
and-
deputy commissioner, I'm told that deputy commissioner, they are directly supervising, and the ACPCR also, they have a mechanism supervising.
And you will
I'll-
also know
Logic.
the actual, those people in the actual field, they will also know what are their difficulties. So that we can judicially take it.
But during my discussions with all these officials, what I find, there are lack of experts in this field. That is one of the major difficulties.
Incorporate that, let us.
There's no information here.
Okay.
State Child Protection Society. They are having some information in Facebook and Twitter. Unfortunately, I don't prescribe to both.
Like, effectively, in their web, in their
It's not
portal,
there.
it has to be there.
It's not there.
Okay.
No information except phone numbers of some officers. You just check up.
They should have. They should have.
In the drop down menu. Go to the drop down menu, except tax rules and nothing.
But then we'll have to call for the director of social welfare here. If they are not giving any information to the public, then let him come here.
Well,
His personal appearance would be required.
well, the protection societies, the secretary of the department, I have talked to him. He is supposed to give me the information. There is a meeting in the evening. Give me at least 2 days time. Let me have. the
We'll give you
outcome of
7
the
days time, but by that time, in the website, data must be uploaded. The
Logic.
requisite information
Logic.
has to be uploaded.
They have to. They have to. They have to. The Child Protection Society in the website.
Hmm.
That's nice.
So now, how do we make it clear that if data are not uploaded, what is required, then this all the district or this district child welfare officers
Logic.
and the state level officer is the director and then the secretary. We'll ask all these people to be here.
Well, Logic has seen the ASCPCR. Logic,
I've seen
Logic.
SCPS Assam,
Logic.
ICPS website, Assam State Commission for Protection of Child Rights.
Correct.
3 sites we have visited. You know, strangely, even the office time is not reflected in the website.
But I'm told that they,
Just
they,
see here.
they used to do that.
Just see, even the office time is not
No.
there.
No, I have also not found that.
There is a window in that website.
Malo.
You see, the website is asking add office time in the right side.
Logic.
Huh.
Logic.
Even the website is asking the authorities to give the office what you call
At business hours.
add business hours, and they are not doing it.
Logic.
So that means they don't win business. Because Mr. Nath,
Malo.
see the bench is also having other what you call logistic issues.
Logic.
This is a special bench and it's not. It can't be constituted as and when we desire.
Well, I'm very sorry for that, because
And
the
second thing is-
entire informations are not forthcoming. That is why I'm website specifically.
No, because you see, Mr. Nath, we have the information, but we have it in a different what you call status. In course of our what you call our administrative work in the building committee
Logic.
or infrastructure committee, and the women and child juvenile justice committee,
Malo.
we have certain informations.
Logic.
But that if we incorporate those materials in the court orders, that would be using our personal knowledge.
Correct. No, informations definitely. We are duty bound. We have to. But because of the diversity of these authorities, this problem I am also facing. But this will be resolved.
We'll see, this bench will be available till Friday. So
Logic.
we're putting up on Friday.
Logic.
You have that word with the official, because you see the a mere adjournment in this matter does not serve any purpose.
Correct.
That's
that's
what you call.
That's
Remember this movie Tariq Pe Tariq?
no. That it is happening. In fact, but it is not the
You have
intention.
you have the whole instruction, not in
Correct.
piecemeal.
No,
Logic,
one
logic,
suggestion
logic,
may I
logic.
just put forward. Just like the monitoring method that bench we are having, in that matter earlier, there was a mandatory presence of one of the officers from the government department, home department. In this matter also, either secretary or any other competent officer, if remains present during, let us not make an adversarial litigation where we all strive for the proper implementation of the act and the provisions of the act. If an officer remains present, it will be helpful for my
Correct.
friend also, Milord.
Correct.
It will be helpful for my friend also. He will not have to phone call, and the officer will be readily available with the knowledge and the
Correct.
information.
Correct.
Which is
It's a good
required to
suggestion.
Correct.
It's a good suggestion. So we are referring to 4 issues today.
Malad.
First is that status of construction of children home, observation home and protection home, as well as the present status of how it is being managed.
Malad.
And you would also provide details of the private NGOs where you avail facilities. Let us have it on record.
Correct.
Number 2, this status of construction of vulnerable witness deposition center, district-wise status.
Logic.
Then appointment of the chairman and members of Assam State Child Protection. What is the full name?
ASCPCR. Malad.
ASCPCR,
Assam State Commission for Protection of
Child rights.
child rights. And then the non-conducting of the social audit. So for that, you have to give a timeline when you are starting and ending it.
Logic. In
It
fact,
is-
Malad, in the affidavit, we have said that they have taken note of and they will do it. Malad. They have not done that much. They have said.
Most of the affidavits are in the form of will and shall.
Correct.
That is the difficulty.
That is Malad, absolutely. In fact, absence of expert, I would say, absence of expert in the organizations. Malad. They are manning the organizations, but experts are not there. In fact, during discussion only.
That cannot be a reason. You must
Correct,
have,
Correct. Malad.
take out a module. You must,
Correct.
if necessary, you recruit some specialists, bring some consultants.
Logic.
But for that, direction by the Honorable Apex Court and mandate of law cannot be violated.
No, absolutely, Malad. Cannot be, and it is not the intention of the.
No,
authority
but you
also.
see, last time we had the 1-day consultation program. Most of these topics were touched. So after all that meeting and all, where even the UNICEF had participated, if the government still does not find that it has sufficient expert in hand, that's not believable, because those things were discussed in that meeting. Mr. Nath, you see, two things you must take note of. Number one, that by Friday we need specific inputs.
Logic.
The reason is that both of us are to attend the 1-day consultation, 2-day consultation of this Child Protection and Juvenile Justice Committee before the Supreme Court of India on Saturday and Sunday.
Logic.
So we definitely will be asked uncomfortable questions.
Correct.
And the note which we are required to take is that if we don't give a satisfactory reply, then your contempt in Sampurna Bevura case is complete. So your officers will be in more difficulty, because how we will deliberate. You can take a you can take a perception of what we will say,
In-
and we'll be definitely taking this matters also with us.
That's
So if the required data is not made available by the state within 2 days, then Saturday and Sunday, the 2 days are the meeting to be held in Supreme Court on this topic only. So that is the factual situation. So
We do not want a very bad image of our state.
correct.
See the website.
But-
Data needed to be uploaded as not done except giving some numbers.
because you see,
Every day these are being adjourned on lack of instruction. That cannot be. Friday we cannot do it.
Gotcha.
Ask somebody to be present.
Yes, yes, Malad.
well, ultimately we'll be
But
on
we
the
will-
receiving end.
Yes, yes, Malad.
Where questions are asked in the Supreme Court about the about this.
On Friday, I'll ask my secretary also to be present here. Logical.
My lord, if I may. In respect of the ASC PCR, since my learned friend is about to obtain instructions and all the instructions are not there on record, it was also stated that the annual reports for the period of 2020 to 2021, 2021 to 22, 22 to 23 henceforth has not been provided. Now, what has been provided in this particular affidavit is that it has been annexed the reports and programs for the year 22 to 23. If my learned friend could just obtain at least the instructions whether reports for the earlier periods were prepared or not.
That he said no, audit was
that-
not done.
No,
That,
that's not-
that annual report 2021 has been done. Annual report for 21-22 is under process and will be completed within 1 month's time. It will be completed. And the annual report 22-23 is under process. It will be completed by December 23. That's it. 20,
And past years,
Malad, up to 2021, they have already submitted.
you have it
prepared.
available.
They have prepared. In paragraph 3, we have
Up to 2021.
2021. And well, the under section 13 of the CPCR Act, the ASCPCR is submitting a report every 6 months from July to December, January to June 23 to the Honorable Court. Malad. In paragraph 4, we have said that. Yes, Malad. There is a order, Malad, in a PIL. There is an order to submit the report every 6 months.
Can you get information and tell us what you call by giving a slip to the court master? This is addressed to whom and it's sent to whom, so that we can on Friday we'll call that
Logic.
reports from the registry.
Yes, yes. I'll
Just telephonically ask them. These reports are sent to which registrar of this court,
Malad.
so that on Friday when we are taking up the matter, we'll call for all these records.
Logic. I'll give this slip to the court master.
Give the slip to the court
Yes.
master.
I just beg a little indulgence, my lord. My lord, in clause 19 of the chart which we have provided, that to the respondent considers to that fact that nothing has been done in that sort. It relates to SCPCR to develop protocols for reformation and rehabilitation of children as per rule 91(1) of the JJ rules 2016, JJ model rules. So in that way, what implementation was sought for, my lord, is that there is no comprehensive or holistic rehabilitation guideline or standard operating procedure that defines the role and responsibility of the stakeholders involved in this process. So this at para 5 of the affidavit, it has been mentioned by the respondents that the deponent begs to state that the ASCPCR has not developed any protocols till date that they have admitted to. What are the steps they are taking, or what could be done in that direction, or by when, if those instructions could be obtained by my learned friend?
Logic. That in paragraph 5. Malad, we
You
have
see,
Paragraph 5. it is the-
You see, all these matters can't be effectively taken up and adjudicated. So that's why we are bifurcating and taking up issue wise. last time also when Mr. Sharma had addressed us, we had flagged up only out of the submissions made, we had flagged only 2 or 3 issues, and then we said that your response affidavit shall be filed.
True, Your Lordship.
Correct.
Everything
So
cannot be-
once a response affidavit comes from the state, then only we can understand where we stand.
Very, very.
You see this continuous monitoring of the uh, various child protection laws is almost a continuous mandamus that we are handling. So it's not that today the matter would be closed.
Absolutely, Your Lordship. I'm
So-
just bringing it to the notice of this court. My Lord may just note it.
So
In the due course, these things must be resolved.
So they'll have to file an affidavit, because once the affidavit is there, then only we can say that this affidavit is lacking in one particular what you call issue raised there in that
Understand.
what you call in compliance chart. This is what you had filed last time. Will an affidavit by 9th, you will be filing.
Mal.
On 9th, we'll fix the matter next. Friday first, Friday is 22nd,
22nd.
and then we'll be next fixing the matter on 9th. 9th or 10th, as convenient.
22nd. That's
Mr. Chaudhary, counsel for the petitioner. Mr. D. Nath, senior government advocate appearing for the state, and Mr. S.K. Das, learned standing counsel for this court. Next para. The learned senior government advocate has paid for some further time to file response in form of affidavit as indicated in the order dated 24/8/2023. Where is allowed, affidavit should be filed within
by Thursday. Lordship is taking about Friday.
by Thursday will be filed.
By Thursday. Lordship.
Okay, by
On the 4 issues, Lordship has
21
on the 4 issues, Lordship has
on 21/9/2023 and detailed affidavit they filed it will be short affidavit. Detailed affidavit should be filed within 5/10/2023.
Lordship.
Next one. In the short affidavit, in the short affidavit to be filed by the state within 21/9/2023, the state shall provide information regarding the status of construction of children of the observation of the special home in each district of the state of Assam, as well as details of homes being operated through by the NGOs which are being utilized by the state. To stop. The in the affidavit, the state shall also provide the present status of how these homes are being managed. It shall also be indicated as to which particular home is catering to the requirement of children in which particular districts. Total one, this is total one. Number two, the updated status of construction of vulnerable witness the deposition center district wise, within bracket district wise. Number three, steps taken for filling up the post of chairman and members of Assam State Commission of Protection of Child Rights, within bracket ASCPCR for short. Number four, steps taken by the state for conducting special audit of all the social audit relating to appropriate monitoring and for implementation of various laws relating to protection of children. Next para. The court also deems appropriate that okay. What is the level of officer who will be calling?
The departmental secretary.
Departmental secretary.
Secretary.
Okay.
At least for Friday.
Friday.
Let him come.
I'm so sorry, Malaj, my flight,
Yes,
I miscalculated, Malaj.
okay.
I heard whatever has been transpired, Malaj.
Okay.
Just two suggestions. My learned friend was mentioning that there's a lack of expert, as a result of which, I'm so sorry, Malaj, I'm slightly out of breath.
Take a chair.
No,
Take a
that's
seat for a moment. Catch your breath. Mr. Sharma.
Yes,
Take it,
I'm fine. So, Malaj, Sampurna Bihura, who's a part of the petitioner organization, Malaj, would be more than willing, Malaj, to assist the government of Assam to, Malaj, further the implementation of child rights as far as the state of Assam is concerned.
Okay.
She's been helping other states. So it will be an honor, Malaj, if she could also assist the state. That's one. Two, I will also, Malaj, I heard, Malaj, that Saturday and Sunday, there's a conference in the Supreme Court. Whatever suggestions that we could give, Malaj, for that particular purpose, we will put in a short note. The only request, Malaj, for that is that if I could attend, Malaj, online, rather than physically being here on Friday, Malaj, I'll be
Yes,
really
we'll come
grateful.
to you. Even today we have pointed. Even today we had permitted. Even
Very
today we had permitted.
Very well. I'm so grateful. And Malaj, I'm so sorry because I thought it will be in the end of the board. So took a slightly later flight, but
No, it's okay.
next time I'll not make that
No, no,
mistake.
it's okay. No, because this is a senior bench, so it will.
Yes, yes, of course.
According to the constitution. it,
Yes, and I'm so sorry,
constitution.
Malad. So Malad, we'll keep it on Friday. And Malad, we will also try and assist. The other suggestion that I thought Malad might actually work, rather than your lordships going through all these nitty-gritties, a committee can be formed whereby we also could be there and certain members from the other side, the director, Malad's social welfare, etc., could be there. And before the next date, not the Friday, the date after that, a detailed report, Malads, after visiting various homes, etc., could be placed before your lordships, so that what exactly needs to be worked on may be highlighted before your lordships, Malads.
Yeah, in fact, we appreciate this suggestion
Yes, Malad.
because you can have what you call the input of the state, at least on Friday on this,
Yes, yes,
because he's right. Otherwise, we'll save a lot of judicial time.
Yes.
yes.
In, if a committee can be formed to look after this, these issues.
In fact, Mulad, for last some time, I'm dealing with this matter. I find difficulties in talking to the person who will be the best person to get the information. That is because various departments are involved, and they are not very well acquainted with what to do. That situation is also there.
Correct. We'll
Yes,
put it
yes.
in the order.
That is no logic may not put, but the secretary will be there. I will apprise him, but
Huh.
I'll apprise.
No, we'll just put a query if it can be sorted out.
Yes,
So that
yes,
if
I'll-
it's in the order, it's always better.
Correct. On that day, lordship may consider.
Because my brother is right. We'll propose it that we'll take it in the order sheet as a proposal coming from Mr. V.P. Sharma.
Yes.
No, lordship.
So
Yes.
we'll just give a direction to the government to explore, so that we have a broad idea, and then it can be put into place, and they will do the site visit and advise the government as to what is to be done.
Lordship.
Okay. There you are. Mr. V.P. Sharma, with and Choudhary. So, Mr. Sharma, you have one Sanjay with you.
Yes, Malad.
You have one Sanjay with you.
Yes, Malad. Malad, my learned friend is an expert in the area,
Okay.
and Malad, she has prepared all the chart, etc., which I handed over, Malad. She
No,
is the
Sanjay,
Sanjay.
Sanjay in Mahabharata. I was referring to
Oh,
Sanjay
very,
in Mahabharata.
very well, Malad. Okay,
He could see what was happening in the
right,
battlefield,
right.
in the king's home.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
So you have a Sanjay with you. Next one. The Learned Counsel for the petitioner has suggested that as follows. Number one, that the petitioner is willing to offer her service to the government of Assam for sharing her expertise in the field of child rights, which would take care of the lack of expert in the field of child protection laws in the state, if the state so desires. Number two, it is also suggested that the court may appoint a committee consisting of senior government officials, NGOs, as well as the petitioner, the petitioner or her representative to visit the various children, children oblique observation oblique special homes in the state,
And also to monitor the implementation.
and also to implementation, and also to monitor the implementation of various child protection laws, child protection of the child right laws. In compliance, so as to ensure that the various directions contained in the case of Sampurna Behura versus Union of India within bracket 2018 4 SCC 433 is complied with. First of all. Next one. The learned senior committee advocate shall send a download copy of this order to the competent authorities of the state to consider the submission, to consider the suggestion given by the learned counsel for the petitioner. Next para. On the next date, I 22/9/2023, the court is inclined to direct the secretary, this department,
Women and Child Development Department.
Women and Child Development Department, to be personally present in court so as to make himself. So we're not saying anything. Next para. The learned counsel for the petitioner prays for permitting him to address the court on the next date through video conferencing, which prayer is allowed. A formal request may be made to the court master for
So
doing the
grateful.
needful. Next para. Next on 22/9/2023.
This, if your lordships don't mind, since I was watching it on the video, Malad, for the Saturday and Sunday, what are the focal areas, Malad, I need to make suggestions on, if your lordships could.
It's
I could also take it after the matter from the court master, Malad. I will do that.
Okay.
Very, very.
basically on the this child rights and the status of the implementation of
In the state of Assam.
in the state of Assam, the child laws in the state of Assam.
Correct. I could, and I'll also make some general suggestions, Manoj, not only for the state, but even otherwise, Manoj, whatever we could think of, Manoj, that can come from your lordship.
I will give to the person after
I will give it.
That's
the matter.
Ah.
Now he has served it on 1st September only. He has sent me the report saying that he has served it on a male member. Now I've asked him how, in what way they are related. So he is not replying me back. So Lordship will take it up tomorrow. I'll
Yes.
place that notice.
My prayer is also that. It's a clear case of acquittal. My lord. Hello.
May I pray also?
I'd like to mention here item number 10 of today's list. Okay?
Yes.
This matter was last listed on 25th August and for consideration of bail, and your lordship was of the view that the entire matter will be disposed of without preparation of paper with lordship. After that, the matter was listed thrice but did not reach lordship. So may I pray to upgrade the matter also?
I don't know, we don't,
Or
we
to
won't
take up
assure you
the-
anything,
Or
but
to
we'll
take
try
up
to
the
take it.
interlocutory application lordship.
We'll try to take it up. We're not assuring you anything, but we'll try to take up.
All right.
Is item number 1 for admission.
Lordship, in this case,
Yes,
Lordship, first of all, I'm sorry that I could not prepare the case properly. So, so I could not prepare the case. So time maybe
It is my duty to address your lordship. This case, it was filed after a lapse of around 8 months from the date of limitation. And possibly because of that, your lordship, while issuing notice, just kept it, the issue of limitation open. That prompted me to see exactly what it is. And for that, my lord, I have filed an application. On the last occasion, your lordship asked them to submit their objections if they have any. Your lordship is aware there are many decisions of recent times, starting from this Mongia realities and there are 3, 4 decisions, which says under order 14 rule 2, sub rule 2, if the facts are admitted on the plaintiff. Now, in paragraph 39 of the election petition, that is the admitted fact, they said there is a COVID order of the apex court, paragraph 39 of the election petition, which they have annexed at page 144. I will not go into the debate whether the COVID order will apply to election. That is a much higher level. I am coming to this on the assumption that COVID order applies. Now, this particular annexer,
you're there?
Lordships, firstly, I apologize, Your Lordships. In this matter, actually, last occasion also, if Your Lordships remember, it's an engaged matter. Lordships, we have sent instructions to the client regarding the objections and all, but no communication is, he's
No,
not
but
communicating.
you see, here we have only 2 things to do. Either there is an application for adjournment, or we hear the matter. There is no other third option available.
first let me
You see,
order
it goes like a soup.
Let me clarify. There is a CPC under what? Section 87. Section 18 RPA account. Order 17 of লিখা আছে adjournment লব লাগিলে civil court of কি কৰিব লাগে civil trial চলি আছে application দিব লাগে with an affidavit and verification from your client আৰু এইটো ইস্যু যেটো আজি হৈছে ফ্যাক্টছত তুমি অবজেকশন কৰি লাভ নাই কাৰণ আমি ফ্যাক্টছত যোৱা নাই এটা কোৱেশ্চন অফ ল তুমি আজি লিখি লোৱা নহলে let her write, at least let her get exposure. What? Because they are our future. Copy. Because someone must pick up from the next generation.
Correct, that's true.
Because later,
That is how we. That is how we were groomed up.
My lord.
That is how we were groomed up.
Institution depends on them. Because how they behave, what they say, this is all has become more important in the court now.
My first mention before the court was about in a week's time of my joining the bar. The bench was of Honorable Mr. Justice R.K. Manisana Singh.
With white gray hair.
And I was taking an adjournment and he was teasing me. I could get it that he was teasing me, but he was very polished. But I could understand that I was being teased and I could not understand why. Prayer for adjournment. So I was all red faced. And then suddenly from back, two people stood up. One was Justice D.N. Chaudhary, and second was Mr. P.K. Goswami. And one of the voice I remember telling me that in High Court, he said in Assamese, in High Court you address as Lordship, not Sir.
May I share one thing?
Honorable Judge understood when these two stalwarts were there, and then he adjourned the matter. But I got a lesson of my day on that day.
Yeah. This is how that now your Lordship is there. May I take 1 second time? I did not know what is filed by and all. It was JP sir, P.K. Goswami sir, and me as only for filed by. It was court number 2 for Honorable Justice K.M. Lai. And I do not know, that was 18th of August, my first day in the bar. Then I thought he knows me from my childhood days. Suddenly, he was looking at that wristband, that tennis. Mr. Bhattacharjee, I see a new advocate near you. Who is he? I stood up. What is your name? I said KP Pathak. Oh, JP Junior is KP. The first thing, then he said, what is the matter about? I asked Sir, Rubulda and Sir, what to say. JP sir said, come here, read the writ petition. Petitioner is a citizen of India, and everyone started laughing. Then he said, hard KP Pathak, right? KP. And my knees were shaking parallelly. That was the first and last experience. It was shaking parallelly because I did not know what exactly was. That is, those were the days. Your Lordship will kindly see the 45 days period expired on 16/6/2021. Election petition was filed on 25th of January 2022. Now, from the records of the court I have seen, defects is dated 27/1/2022. Has your Lordship got? Then there is another set of defects dated 9/2/2022. Has your Lordship? Now, I am going by the assuming on the assumption that a COVID order of the Apex Code applies. COVID order that has been annexed at page 144, that is not the last order. Last order is, it says a grace period was given from 1st of March 2022 to 25th of May. 30th of May. Another grace. I am going on the assumption that COVID order applies to election petition. Now, defects were cleared on 6/5/2023. Even assuming that COVID order applies, whatever, 30th of May 2022, it is over. Now, there is a basic difference between Chapter 8, capital A, which is an election rules relating to election. Difference is with Chapter 5 of the Guwahati High Court rules. Chapter 5 relates to appeals, normal civil appeals, which are otherwise Section 5 applies and condonable. There, the registry has a power, stamp reporter, that to return it to the filing advocate within 7 days. But that discretion has been withdrawn by a note in Chapter 8A relating to election rules, saying that moment the defects are detected, it has to be returned because there is no condonation provision. Now, even assuming that the COVID order applies, the last time was 30th of May 2022. They cleared it on 6th of May 2023. That means Section 81, 45 days. They said we are covered by COVID order. Also, that has not been annexed. An earlier COVID order has been annexed, but let us not fight on, make an issue on that. The last order says, closure order, that 1st of March to 30th of May 2022, everyone will get a concession if it is condonable by court. Let me assume it is condonable by court. After 30th of May 2022, he took 6/5/2023. Defects were cleared. So a defect, now your lordship will look at chapter 8A of the Guwahati High Court rules. It is a difference from chapter 5. Chapter 82, ये this is regular code. Chapter 5, 8A.
The new book, it will be 88, page 88.
Yes. Note 1. What are the defects? Then note 1 has your lordship got a rule 1, note 1. Note 2 has your lordship. Any petition which is presented out of time, petition means the election petition, and without any of the above mentioned requisites, duly satisfied, shall forthwith be returned by the stamp reporter for filing as a lordship. Now, this is not the language in chapter 5A for civil appeals. Your lordship will kindly look at chapter 5, chapter 5, rule 13A. Chapter 13A has a lordship.
5A.
No, chapter 5, rule 13A. 5 relates to the civil appeals rules. The superintendent has a lordship. Superintendent of SR section will examine the memorandum of all appeals within 7 days from the date of their presentation, and in course of his examination, if he finds any defects in memorandum of appeals, he will mention the defects in the checklist and will return such defective cases to the parties concerned or the concerned advocates to cure the defects within 7 days. Because this is condonable, this is some laxity. Now, this is not there in 8A because section 81 does not speak of a condonable provision. 81, 45 days, 45 days. So requirement is moment something is defective. Now coming to the present case, defects were noted as soon as they filed. Your lordship will kindly see defects were.
But once the office doesn't return, then can the court on the judicial side take an adverse?
But that the office cannot extend the period of limitation. It's a statutory limitation of 45 days. It is the advocate filing advocate. The first defect was detected in 2022, January 20. Your lordship will see 27th of January 2022. As a lordship. Then there is another set of defect in next month, 9th of February.
Yes.
There are two sets of defect. First set of defects says annexures to be certified. Copy of notice with stamped envelope be filed. This is as per requirement, my lord, of the relevant portion of all vital documents. Next defect, 2 numbers of written up notices along with Talabana bearing filing number. Defects were cleared on 6/5/2023. Has a lordship. Now, if your lordship looks Supreme Court last order today.
No, defects were cleared on 27/4/2023.
Defects cleared on 6/5/2023. I think 6/5. I may be wrong.
No, it's okay. We're not on that.
On the assumption that COVID applies, therefore I am সেইটার উপর।
The case was received back from the concerned
Concerned
section
section.
due to defects in the steps taken for service of notice. Accordingly, learned advocate for the petitioner was informed to remove defects. Today, 27/4/2023, the aforesaid defects have been removed.
That means 27/4. 27/4/23. And now, assuming that last order, that they have not annexed that order, the last order of the COVID, it says that if the delay is condonable otherwise, then you get another pressing time. Your lordship will look at page 4 of the last order of the COVID. Roman 3.
Yes.
In cases where the limitation would have expired during the period so and so to so and so, notwithstanding the actual balance period of limitation remaining, all persons shall have a limitation period of 90 days from 1/23/2022. As a lordship. That means it expires on 30th of May 2022. And the defects, that means after 30th of May, everyone was given a benefit of 3 months. If I have read it correctly, my lord. So 30th of May 2022 is the last time by which you must file it, notwithstanding any other limitation period, if it is condonable.
The condonation was till 28/2/2022.
My lord. But
This
continuation was
condones-
extended if it is suppose some limitation is condonable.
So it is extended till 28/2/2022.
না 3 মাহৰ কাৰণে দিলে 90 days 90 days হলে
No, balance.
another period was given, if I have read it. After 28/2/2022, all will get another period of 3 months,
No.
90 days from.
No, it says balance of 90 days.
Now let us adjust balance. All balance was there with them.
What you see here, it says, in the event actual balance period limitation with effect from so and so is greater than 90 days, that longer period shall apply.
Oh yes, I see. Yes, yes.
That
yes.
means we have 30 days for filing. The condonation is for whatever period, that 28/2.
Adjust it.
After that, if you have 10 days more, then you get 10 days
from
more.
this. Yes, yes, yes. Well, it was in a hurry.
no.
I read it absolutely wrongly. Yes, that should be the
So
correct.
balance, whatever is
Balance
there,
only will
will be extended.
extended. Now, here, if the balance, suppose I think he has all the 45 days in. I'm thinking about in extreme that all the balance he has is there. Then it will be that 45 days he will get, which is expiring already. Now, the defects were removed on 27/4/2023, much beyond, which is not permissible under section 81. What made me to inquire actually all these things, there is a rider in the lordship's last order. Notice issued subject to limitation. So that made me, otherwise I would not have made, and that also I made a wrong calculation. Now, the second leave of argument is, they have annexed one earlier order of the COVID. That is not a problem. At page 144 of the election petition, it was clarified. This particular clarificatory order is also in the final order. Right? But first order, such type of limit, it is further clarified, Has Your Lordship,
Yes, yes.
that the period from 14 March 2021 till further orders shall also stand excluded in commuting the periods of prescribed under the Arbitration Act, Section so and so Commercial Act, and provisions B and C of Section 138 of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, and any other laws, Has Your Lordship. Now, any other laws has been now qualified, which, Has Your Lordship, which prescribe, that means any other law should prescribe a period of limitation for initiating proceedings, outer limits within which the court or tribunal can condone delay. Has Your Lordship. Now there is a difference between Section 81 and 116 capital A. Coming to RP Act for Lordships. 116 capital A, Your Lordship will see. We prefer appeal as against the election tribunal. Lordship is now deciding it's a tribunal. For making
Yes.
116 capital A, it says appeals to Supreme Court. Has Your Lordship got it?
Yes.
Notwithstanding anything contained in any other law for the time being, an appeal shall lie to the Supreme Court or any question, whether in fact or law, from every order made by a High Court under 98 or 99. That is final disposal. Every appeal for a period of 30 days. Has Your Lordship. Then next power is the power to condone. Now Your Lordship will compare it with Section 81. There is also a period of limitation. Power to condone is specifically provided. Now Section 81 now can I pause here for before this was presented to High Court, pre-amendment provision was condonable by election tribunals those days. Today I have not brought Section 81, this was inserted later, 45 days requirement. Election tribunal, which was the originally, most probably Your Lordship is already aware that High Court was not the election tribunal. They had a power to condone at the time of presentation also. But this 81, 45 condonation is gone. Has Your Lordship. 116 retained. Now Your Lordship will kindly come to the Supreme Court's clarificatory order. Other laws within which the court or the tribunal can condone. This is my second limb of argument. This clarification ultimately was again quoted in the final order that clarified that this is other laws in which the limitation period is there, which can be condoned by a court or a tribunal. So RP Act, there are two provisions. One is condonable provisions. One is a non-condonable provision, which was earlier also, of course, it was a condonable presentation. So my alternative argument is that paragraph 39, they have said that I am covered by COVID order. Actually, he is not covered. But assuming he is covered, then also he is out of time. So, and another thing, my lord, my lord, I am going little slow. 140 to me, let her argue, my lord, I will assist her. To me, argument to more. Don't wait for clients. This is an opportunity. Let her pick up. It doesn't matter whether, because client does not have to come for facts, and it is a question of law.
She may not be prepared.
I will assist her. It will make.
She may not be prepared.
No, not today. Definitely, I don't expect her to. Me because every time these are law points from clients, you do not get any assistance.
No, you forget.
My lord.
You are now a senior counsel, therefore you have forgotten. She may need material instructions also.
My lord, I knew that it is not coming because last time that was the complaint. Most probably she lost to my junior. So, but an opportunity. This is an opportunity, and it will be hard to one cases. So that it will be Swada arguing on law point. I want, because এই জাজমেন্ট কেইটা লিখিব লুলসি ওয়াডিয়া my lord these judgments লুলসি 2026 SCC page 557 তাৰপিছত তুমি মংগিয়া ৰিয়েলিটিটো লিখা 2022 my lord will bear with me but if you do not if she does not come ready on these three decisions then might be I will be angry with her 2022 SCC online sabha page 156 para 121 the 12 13 14 আর আগৰ কেছটো যে দিলো para 51 আৰু তার 3 নম্বৰ কেছটো চোৱা সোহপিৰি দেৱী তুমি এইটো চাবা 2022 একদম ৰিসেন্ট কেছ SCC online page 1322 para 16 17 18 19 Lordship will bear with me. Issue of limitation is always a mixed question of law and fact. But Order 14 Rule 2 Sub-Rule 2 carves out an exception which says that if the facts are admitted, law remains to be decided, then it will be decided as a preliminary issue. My lord, this is what I wanted to submit. Let her submit, and possibly I will stand with her. Because they are our future and High Court must go up. But I will be with her. This is my statement from the part.
We're fixing on Monday.
আহিবা মই মোৰ পাৰিলো মই তোমাৰ লগত থাকিম তুমি পঢ়ি আহিব পাৰিবা তো পঢ়া ভালকে পঢ়া this will be
Either Monday or Wednesday.
As per her convenience. This will be her memories when she grows up after 40 years or 50 years. I want all the young lawyers coming up on the civil side because
Civil, there's a problem.
now Civil and Evidence Act, only writ petition will not be sufficient.
Civil is the problem. It's creating a problem. Lawyers are not taking up civil very seriously.
But fault lies with the senior advocate. We have to make it interesting for them. Because
you see, Mr. Pathak, we have come to such a situation where we can't say anything because I realized that this time is not to advise. You see, I'll tell you very small. I'll tell you something.